you're watching this video at launch, we're live right now in Helldivers, trying out a load of the changes that were made in the last patch. Link in the description and the pinned comment. I'll see you guys over there. Okay, then Helldivers loads to go through today, as player feedback has been at an all-time high after the most latest mega patch that just issued up and completed the 60-day plan. And naturally, the survey for the polls has already been closed off, but we're going to take a look at it today, as well as something coming from Twinbeard with regards to the difficulty scaling and the alterations that are due to be made. That's an interesting feature for sure. And we've also got to take a look at what it is the player base is saying, because there seems to be a lot of complaints going on and then a lot of people combating the complaints. It's a really weird one, but we're going to end the video on a hilarious little clip that you guys need to see. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your video games for cheaper on PC and console, and they have the best deals, offers, promotions and discounts, all running up to 70% off. They have brand new releases, they have pre-orders. It's an absolute no-brainer, so hit the link in the description and get your games a little bit cheaper today. So let's see what it is that's happening inside of the Helldivers 2 game so far. Starting off, to give you guys a quick major order update, we've got around 24 hours remaining on it, and we have managed to secure all of the planets of Crimsica, Turing, Darius, Pandion and Gakrux. And right now we have a couple of defense missions lasting around 10 hours long at the point of recording, and Crimsica is your go-to. This is one of the planets that is on the major order itself, followed up by Estanu, which is going to be a difficulty, but we don't really need to focus so heavily on that one, as majority of our major order planets seem to be sat here in the middle. We've obviously got Turing over this direction, we've got Pandion, Gakrux and all of that good stuff, with Darius in the bottom corner. So my suggestion would be to clear off Crimsica of the defense campaign, and once we manage to secure that, taking out Fact Bay. That should cause for a massive close off to a lot of the planets that we are having obviously to secure, but this is the last 24 hours, so these defense missions are probably likely to be the last ones and the last fight against the major order. So fingers crossed we can clear that one up and get back to what the DSS construction site is going to be revolving around. Fingers crossed it's going to be worthwhile. We've got around 20,000 people in the game at the moment, and a lot of you guys are enjoying the bugs. So enjoy and make sure that we keep those planets safe, Helldivers. But diving into the news around the game as of right now, we've got a lot to look at. They just recently had a new survey for the player feedback, which as usual, they removed the link borderline instantaneously as it cleared up and filled up pretty damn quickly. They obviously only allow a certain amount of feedback polls to come through so that they can obviously monitor it, which is okay to a degree, but at the same time a bit of a skewed feedback decision, mainly because only part of the community in a first come first serve will actually get their say. But nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see where that one leads to and how it works. We know full well that they watch YouTube videos, hi Arrowhead, and we know full well that they check out the Reddit as well as the Discord general conversations. We know that they check out the general conversations because Twinbeard is back from his vacay and is active all over again. This one right here is an interesting one, as somebody was asking if it was going to take a bit of a switch up on the difficulty scaling. With the most recent patches and updates that have happened inside of the game, it has obviously led to a bit of a different move with how it is that the difficulty scaling is now acting. We have now got obviously a lot more armor. With the armor changes, the weapons are a lot more powerful, and we've now got a lot more to look forward to inside of the game, although people are now complaining that it is a lot easier. We'll get into that in just a moment, but Twinbeard actually stated right here that correct, I don't have the details. I do know that we are aware that the power players will want a stiffer challenge and that there are plans to accommodate that. There are a lot of things on the plate and everything can't arrive at once, but bear with us. Now, obviously we know full well that they wanted to work on a spectre of being able to accommodate to the casual gamer as well as those quote-unquote power players. So expect a new level of the game coming through at some stage, with level 11 being whatever sort of Helldive that is, likely to hit the scene at some stage or another. Don't expect it within the next month or so, but it's likely that that's going to make an appearance at some stage soon to give that difficulty scaling a little bit more of a jump to the higher level difficulty, if that makes sense. Let me know if you'd play on level 11, and if you still want that to come into the game, then I'd be intrigued to see how many of you guys are these quote-unquote power players. Next up though, this post right here received a lot of attention with 5.2 thousand upvotes, and it stated that the unbuff the Senator and make heavy pen primary posts are wrong. This has been quite a big thing on side of the Reddit at the moment. Everybody's asking for those heavy penetration weapons to become primaries, such as the Stalwart, and obviously they want the Senator to be unbuffed because apparently it's knocking everything out of the secondary slot, which I just don't see because my grenade pistol always takes primary. That's my baby. But taking a look at the post right here, it states that the Senator buff is pretty wild, I'll give it that, but it also feels effing peak as hell to whip it out in a pinch and clutch the Hulk eye shot, or even finish off the Bile Titan to the face. It has 6 shots, more than enough to kill anything that moves, and is honestly a pretty slow reload even with the speed loader. I get that there are some diver gods out there that can do solo whole missions with the thing, but let's not get crazy and start balancing around the 1% here. My point is that the Senator have some unique, cool, fun factors and is not breaking the game at all. So my next point, no, absolutely in no way should there be talking about having a heavy penetration to the Slugger or Dominator. They would begin to entirely outclass the other primaries and would genuinely be a buff too far. Reliable, heavy pen should stay within the realm of support weapons, and I think that the only way we should see a heavy pen primary would be something like a precise bolt action sniper. Anything else runs the risk of completely effing up primary balance. And he does obviously go into state a lot more with this, and if you want to read it you can do, but that was pretty much the whole gist of it, and I think that he's right, and the likelihood is we may see our first heavy penetration within the bolt action rifle that is due to come within the Liberty Day special, but we'll have to wait and see how that one works. We've also got quite a few problems with people being kicked for using the stim pistol. This post right here states, honestly, 5 games in a row now I've been trying to give your free drugs and your squirrely asses won't stand still long enough to get stimmed. I don't have good aim and there are 3 Bile Titans on us. If I wanted to kill you with a gun, I would use any number of better guns and you would be dead. Signed, your friendly neighbor stim dealer. And yeah, that's hilarious, but it's actually so damn true. A lot of people are steering away from the stim gun at the moment, mainly because aiming it at somebody else, a lot of people aren't bright enough to know that that's not an attack. Anywho, moving forward. Polar Patriots is now becoming one of the more A-tier premium war bonds after being probably the worst premium war bond we've ever seen to date. Is now actually one of people's more favorite ones. After the Purifier has taken an absolutely massive damage boost as well as a load of the grenade sorts, it's interesting to see how this one has all changed. But the Polar Patriots now seems to be within people's S-tier and A-tier rankings. Absolutely incredible. And to end off this, before we get into your top comments, we are going to take a look at a video clip that is probably one of the funniest video clips that I've seen on the Reddit in quite some time. This right here is a guy that was going up against the bots and quite unfortunately thought that he had a bit of breathing room as he was stuck in between 2 rocks and a load of automatons were just kind of like looking at him struggling to get through until the tank manages to come in. It is amazing to me that this thing dives through the corner, the light goes red, and it's game over. For me, one of the better clips that we've seen in quite a while. Let me know some more of these. If you want to hit me up with some links and stuff like that, hit me in the Discord. The link is in the description as always. I love watching these sorts of things. It just makes my day. And moving into your top comments, we have got a few coming from the most recent video, which was obviously about the after effects of the most latest mega buff. And this is an interesting one to say the least. Somebody stated right here, quite wholesomely actually, that I still can't believe that this game was made on an outdated engine. A gem of a game made from what would seem to be a primitive engine for Super Earth Helldivers. And that is very true. It is very true. It's done it really, really well. And I think that is something that they should definitely be proud of. Next up, this comment right here states, the Senator has become the Halo C pistol. Yeah, it's hilarious because I've seen that actually a lot over the internet. A lot of people are comparing it to the Halo C pistol. And it's so damn funny because Halo has obviously been renowned for having the pistol as the primary slot. And it was utilized in a lot of PvP. It's so hilarious to know that that's what it's being compared to. But this one right here states, the jump pack. Wow, I jumped so far I couldn't control my landing at first. I smashed into a rock. And I think that everyone on the comment section and or otherwise can state the same thing, which is why it's got so many likes. Pretty damn funny and very, very true. But unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. So what are you waiting for? Head down to the link in the description and come and check out the Twitch stream. We're live right now inside of Helldivers, testing out a load of new weapons. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces. And as always, I'll see you in the clouds.